ladies, it's Samantha Thompson, Executive Director with 31, and I wanted to make a video for you today and talk to you about how I doubled my personal volume or party average by doing two simple things. So the first one is a hostess packet that I really refined and made easy and simple for my hostess and easy and simple for me. So this takes me a little bit to put together. So maybe if you're just starting out your 31 business, this isn't something you want to take on right away. But as you start perfecting your craft and kind of working more towards promoting, this is something I think is well worth your time. It does have a little bit of expense involved to buy all the supplies for it. But once I have them made, they're made. And because they are in a plastic folder with page protectors, they last. So this catalog season, I just had to pull out my old flyers and put in new ones. And it took a couple hours to put them all together. I make all mine up at one time for the whole season. But then once they're done, I don't have to worry about it each month, and I just can change out my monthly special flyer when I get it back from my hostess and then pass it on to the next hostess. So I'll go through what's in this, and these are ideas that I've kind of combined from Tiffany Willinghoff and Melissa Feetsum, so it's not all original, but I just kind of perfected it to what worked for me, so you can kind of do the same. So I have the poly folder. This allows my pages to say nice and not get ripped. The next thing that I have in here is my hostess letter. And this is really simple and easy. It gives her 4 things to do, and that's all I want her to do and all I want her to focus on. So the first one is to send me her guest list. In the folder, I put a sheet of address labels and an envelope already addressed to me. So it's simple and easy for her to just write this on there. It explains to her how many people to invite. It talks to her about only inviting 40 to 50 people, not more than that because people don't feel it's personal, not less than that because then you won't have a good turnout because only 20 to 25% come. And then it explains to her I'm going to send out fun invitations that go kind of along with her theme if possible. The next thing it does is talk to her about collecting 4 to 5 outside orders. The third thing is to send out the reminder, which is a red stamp graphic that I send to her. And then the fourth thing is that if she knows someone who wants to party with me and she gets a booking before her party, she gets a gift. Now, I choose to give out a gift for each of these things that she does. So in my party packet, I have 4 envelopes. They are sealed. I reuse these over and over and over. My host does not open these. It says, I have a sticky note on here that says, please don't open these. We're going to open them together at your party. And then I have a set of envelopes that are not sealed, that just are, the flaps are tucked, and those are the ones I let her open. So that way I'm not redoing these all the time. So it makes it really easy. But because she thinks she's getting a gift, well, she doesn't think she is getting a gift, she wants to do these 4 things. And she might not get through all 4 of them. Most of my hostesses don't, but they do all send me the guest list, which is really what I'm going for. I give away little things like a key fob or things that I buy on the outlet sale, things that I get at a dollar store that might relate to our business, like maybe a little cute notebook to go in her purse or something like that. Doesn't have to be expensive. And then what's awesome about it is when she's opening these envelopes at her party, I'm hostess coaching anyone at that party who might book because they're saying, oh my gosh, she got extra gifts. What did she do? So it's just an added little hostess coaching. So she's got the letter with the envelopes. She's got the address labels. And the only other thing that I, that's all that I include in the front pocket. And that is what I switch out each time I get this packet back from my hostess. So usually the letter's fine unless she's wrote on it. If she has, I just replace that. And then I just have to replace the address labels and envelopes. Super easy and simple. If you look inside my packet here, the next thing that I have is my monthly special flyer. And so I have that for my hostess. Then I have the hostess exclusives. I'm going to want to talk to her about these and which ones are on your wish list. And if you want to, then we need to get you to a $500 party. So I'm going to talk to her about that. I have a why letter, which explains why I do 31. I have a little flyer which talks about what you can do with money from the opportunity. So I'm sharing the opportunity. And then another little opportunity thing. So if you see, there's a lot of opportunity here, right? That's important to me because my hostesses are oftentimes my potential recruits. Then I have in here some examples for embroidery. I have a catalog in the back here for her, an example of how to fill out an order form, and then 5 order forms for her. The other thing that I usually have in the front here, I think it's missing out of this packet, or no, it's here, it's just stuck behind, is this sheet. And this is from TOT, Hostess Rewards sheet. And you can see it has for her to fill out her wish list. It's highlighting that $600 party level, which is what my goal is. And then the bottom section here has for her to make her guest list. So I'm going to help her come up with those 40 names if need be. So that's it. Simple and easy for my hostess. It's easy to understand. It takes me a while to print off all the flyers and put these together. But like I said, once they're done for the season. And I'm not having to remake hostess packets all the time. I just slip in the flyer and the address label sheet and good to go. I can move them from one hostess to the next really easily. The next thing that I've done that's really made a difference in my business is invitations. And so I showed you those address lists. This is what my invitations look like. These are hot pink envelopes. I got them from envelopes.com. I buy them in bulk and they're pretty cheap. And then if you aren't going to use them all, split them up with your team. Find an accountability partner or someone else who might be interested. Buy them together and then split them in half and you split the cost. So if you see on the front here, it says, please deliver to the fabulous. I think that's really important. So my address label then goes right underneath here. But how fun is that? When's the last time you got something in your mailbox, A, in a hot pink envelope, and B, that told you were fabulous, right? Normally it's bills. So this is fun and people want to open it. Then on the back, I include the theme. So it says, you and a guest are invited to a brownies and bags girls night. This looks fun. I want to open this. I'm intrigued. And then on my invitation, I also put that. So these are just the invitations from TOT. And I also put on here brownies and bags girls night. So I'm including that theme. I put bring a friend. And then the only other thing I include in there is a mini catalog with my information on the back. So all of this goes in the envelope. I mail it just a regular 1-stamp deal. Again, this takes a little bit of time, but I just print these on my printer. It doesn't take very long at all. These, I label them all again in the beginning of the season, so I have a bunch ready to go, and then just print these out. And I think this really has made a big difference. So yes, it's costing me a little bit in ink, and if she actually does all 30 invitations, all 30 names, then it's about $15. A lot of my hostesses get to 20, and that's okay because at least 20 invitations are going out in the mail. At that point, it's costing me $10 plus the cost of ink. My printer's really conservative on ink, so not a ton of money, but I've really seen my party average go from $300 or $400 a month legit to $300 or $400 per party to $600 or more per party. In addition to that, because I have more guests at my party, I'm also getting more bookings. I'm getting more potential recruits and that kind of thing. I don't usually walk out of a party with less than 3 bookings at this point now. I haven't had a cancellation in a long time. The last cancellation I had, the hostess's mother passed away. And before that, I can't remember the last time I've had a cancellation because I just don't now because the invitations are out and people are coming. They don't cancel. I think that was the number one reason of cancellations before reschedules is that no one was coming. So that's kind of, I think, all of our hostesses' fear. They're worried about, oh, what if no one comes? And then I feel like a jackwagon because my hostess loaded up all our stuff and came here and no one's here. And, you know, it's like high school all over again or middle school where no one asked you to dance or something. I don't know. Anyway, when you prevent that, you prevent cancellations. So these are the 2 things that I've done that have really made a huge difference in my business. And yes, it takes some extra work and some extra time and some extra expense, but I found the payoff to be insane and totally worth it. So hope this helps. Thanks, guys.